outside. Sparkling Cone, one of the first away. ANC Express is up there, and Edmond showing out, showing plenty of speed. They're going fast enough as they head downhill. Atavistic is there as well, followed by, in behind them, Forest Ivory. Then Kendall Cavalier from Earthmover, a charge to the first turn to take up a prominent position. Well back in the field as Feels Like Gold is last of all. On settling down, and Edmond is the leader. From Atavistic, 3 lengths away in third, then is Sparkling Cone, followed by ANC Express. Forest Ivory settles in 5th position. Then on the outside is Kendall Cavalier. On his inside is Earthmover. 1 length to Fiddling the Facts back in the field from Rash Remark, and then out wider is Young Kenny. Making up some ground as Feels Like Gold now from Esprit de Cotte. They're followed by Hollybank Buck. Well back in the field at this stage, Country Store from Earth Summit as they head over the first of 22 fences, and Flaked Oats is next to last. Hollybank Buck is back there as well. Heading towards the second, the first of the ditches, and Edmond upsides Atavistic as they head over it. About 4 to 5 lengths to Sparkling Cone. 4 lengths away then in 4th position follows ANC Express from Fiddling the Facts, who's very handy. In behind them is Forest Ivory, followed by Young Kenny, who takes up a prominent position. 2 lengths away then is at this stage Kendall Cavalier as they head over the water from Earthmover, and then Rash Remark the inside. They're followed by Feels Like Gold, and then on the inner at this stage is Flaked Oats from back in the field Esprit de Cotte. A gap then to Country Store, followed then by Hollybank Buck as they head over number 5, and Earth Summit is along last. Heading downhill now towards the 6th, and the leader is Edmond on the right of picture. It's Edmond who just leads here from Atavistic, 4 to 5 lengths to Sparkling Cone. Then in 4th place is Fiddling the Facts, followed next in the field by Forest Ivory. They're followed by Earth Summit and Rash Remark. Kendall Cavalier, Flaked Oats and Young Kenny come next. A good gap in the field then to, at this stage, Country Store with Esprit de Cotte. Well out the back at this stage is Feels Like Gold, followed by ANC Express. 3 lengths to Hollybank Buck, and Earth Summit is last of the 16 as they round this home bend on the first occasion in the Coral Welsh National. And it's Edmond on the inside who's just the leader from Atavistic. They're 4 to 5 lengths to Sparkling Cone. Up in 4th place is Fiddling the Facts, followed next in the field by Earthmover as they head towards the home turn the first time. Just in behind them is Forest Ivory, Flaked Oats, then just behind them Rash Remark. Kendall Cavalier is wider out as they come into the home straight now and jump fence number 7. Young Kenny is out wider on the track. Just in behind them follows at this stage Country Store as they head now towards the 8th. Edmond is the leader over it, and Atavistic is a faller. Atavistic a faller. They've all avoided him okay, though. In 2nd place now, Fiddling the Facts up on the outside of Sparkling Cone. Then in 4th place, I should say, just behind them is Esprit de Cotte, followed next in the field by Forest Ivory. Out wider, Earthmover has made some ground from Flaked Oats, and further back is Kendall Cavalier. Then Rash Remark on the inside. Young Kenny about 9th as they head over the next one. They're followed by Country Store and Feels Like Gold. A gap to Hollybank Buck from ANC Express, and Earth Summit is last of all. Heading up towards the 11th, and it's Edmond, the first to rise from Fiddling the Facts, who's very handy today. In behind them, Sparkling Cone in 3rd. They're followed by Earthmover in 4th. Esprit de Cotte is 5th, followed by Flaked Oats and Forest Ivory. Just tucked in behind them, Rash Remark starting to make some ground. Young Kenny being hunted hard there by Robbie Supple. Half a length away then is Kendall Cavalier, a gap to Country Store, a similar gap to Hollybank Buck, followed next in the field by ANC Express. Feels Like Gold is second last, and Earth Summit is last of all. Heading past the stable bend now, about to swing sharply left-handed. They're at the halfway point in the Coral Welsh National, and Edmond, bidding to make every yard of the running here, leads by a length and a half. 2 in 2nd place is Fiddling the Facts. 2 lengths away then. In 3rd is Earthmover the outside from Sparkling Cone. They're followed by Esprit de Cotte, who's running a good race from Kendall Cavalier. Next on the inside is Forest Ivory. 2 lengths to Flaked Oats, followed then by this stage Feels Like Gold has been pulled up at the rear of the field. Young Kenny is about 10th at this stage. Rash Remark on his inside. 14 of the runners are still in the race as they head into the back now and towards fence number 12. and it's Edmond the first to rise from Fiddling the Facts. Kendall Cavalier a mistake, and Rash Remark is a faller as they head now towards the open ditch. Edmond giving a great exhibition here so far, leads by a length and a half to Fiddling the Facts, who jumps it well in second. They're followed then by Sparkling Cone, followed by Forest Ivory as they come to the next plain fence. Earthmover running a good race, followed then by Esprit de Cot. A gap then to Flaked Oats, 4 or 5 lengths to Kendall Cavalier. And now getting a reminder is Young Kenny, he's not responding. They're followed by Country Store as they head over the water from Hollybank Buck, Summit, and a gap in the field then to ANC Express, who's last of all. Heading over the side of the track now. And the leader still is Edmond by 3 or 4 lengths to Forest Ivory on the inside of Fiddling the Facts. They're followed by Earthmover, and just behind them is Sparkling Cone. Followed next in the field by Esprit de Cot, who's running a big race. Next in the field is Flaked Oats as they head over the last one down the back. That group a long way clear now of Kendall Cavalier. Young Kenny is struggling, followed then by Country Store, a long gap to Hollybank Buck, and still a long last is Earth Summit, who must be the best part of 35 to 40 lengths off the pace. The leader, though, is Edmond in the Coral Welsh National by a length to Forest Ivory. 2 or 3 lengths away, Fiddling the Facts, who's well there for Mick Fitzgerald. Earthmover running a big race on the outside. They're followed by Sparkling Cone, the grey, tucked away in 5th. A good gap in the field to the rest. They're headed by Flaked Oats, who's under the whip as they come around the home turn in the Coral Welsh National. And Edmond, the leader from Forest Ivory. Then just in behind them is Fiddling the Facts. Earthmover is being hard ridden. Sparkling Cone behind them, followed next by Flaked Oats. They come now to 5 out, and Edmond jumped it like a stag, landed over at 3 in front now. Forest Ivory behind them is Fiddling the Facts, who gets a reminder, followed then next by Earthmover. They come to the last ditch, and Edmond was spring-footed at it. He landed over at 4 or 5 in front of Forest Ivory, a gap to Earthmover. Fiddling the Facts seems to have run a race, followed then by Flaked Oats and Sparkling Cone. They come towards the third last now, jumping it well. Edmond clears away by 6 or 7 lengths to Forest Ivory. A long gap then to Earthmover, but coming up towards the second last, it's Edmond who's well clear. Jumps at about 8 in front now, Forest Ivory. A long gap to Earthmover, followed by Flaked Oats, and they're followed by Fiddling the Facts, who just got over it. Coming to the last, though, Edmond draws towards it for Richard Johnson. 8 or 10 lengths in front. Forest Ivory jumps at second, then Earthmover and Flaked Oats. But Edmond has led from start to finish. He careers away from mighty win in the Coral Welsh National. It's Edmond who goes on to win for Richard Johnson. It's Edmond, the Chepstow specialist, who wins the Coral Welsh National by 6 or 7 lengths. Forest Ivory is second, third is Earthmover. 4th is Flaked Oats, followed then by Kendall Cavalier. Young Kenny could never get going on the second circuit, followed then by Country Store, and behind them is ANC Express, and the last to finish will be Earth Summit. But the winner of the 1999 Coral Welsh National is number 12, Edmond, ridden by Richard Johnson, a 4-to-1 winner. Second is number 14, which is a Forest Ivory, ridden by Warren Marston, and third, number 7, Earthmover, Joe Tizard, and fourth in the race, number 13, Flaked Oats. Third was number 7, Earthmover, and fourth was 13, Flaked Oats. But the winner is Edmond, owned by Lady Knutsford, trained by Henry Daly, ridden by Richard Johnson. He rode it such a confident race throughout. Forest Ivory is owned by the Old Foresters Partnership, trained by Alan King, ridden by Warren Marston, and the third home, Earthmover, is owned by R.M. Penny, trained by Paul Nichols, ridden by Joe Tizard. But a very confident ride by Richard Johnson, one of the real stars of National Hunt racing, and it's his moment in the line.